My name is Paige. I'm a 45-year-old housewife, and I live together with my 50-year-old husband, Takashi, and my 75-year-old mother-in-law. My mother-in-law started living with us about half a year ago. My mother-in-law fell ill, and after getting discharged from the hospital, she needed care at home, so we started living together. My husband and I have 2 sons, but they're already living independently. With my mother-in-law in need of care, I decided to quit my job and we moved into my mother-in-law's house. My mother-in-law is not senile, but she has difficulty moving the right side of her body, so she has difficulty walking by herself. She clearly requires assistance, but it seems like she doesn't want me to help her. She tries to walk by herself, but it is very dangerous, so I'm always tense. I'm in constant attendance to her from morning until night. I need to wake up during the night because she needs assistance. Because of this situation, I am chronically sleep deprived. I feel firsthand that there is no rest when it comes to caring for the elderly. One morning, while I was cooking eggs for breakfast, her booming voice echoed through the house like always. "Takashi, come here, Takashi!" Whoa, well, I guess she's awake now. Instead of saying good morning, my mother-in-law calls her son's name. Well, my husband never really runs to her when she calls his name. My husband is reading the newspaper like he didn't hear his mother at all. "Takashi, I know you're there."
Hey, Paige. Mom is calling, so hurry up and go to her.
She's calling your name, not mine. I'm cooking breakfast, for heaven's sake. "Takashi!" Ugh, this is so annoying. Okay, all right, I'll be there in a jiffy.
It's early in the morning. She's so loud. Paige, make her stop yelling!
This lazy man, who does he think is cooking breakfast? Instead of making an omelet, I made a scrambled egg instead. I ran to my mother-in-law, who was calling her son's name. She was still lying down on the bed when I arrived. "Good morning. Breakfast is almost ready, so how about we wake up now?" However, the response I got from her was a grumpy look on her face. This is also an everyday thing. "Why are you here? I called my son to come here." "I'm sorry, it's just me and not your son. Takashi is working, so please bear with me. How about we change our pajamas?" "I'll be at home all day, so there's no need for me to change clothes. It will just be a hassle." Such a glib talker as always. "Oh, but actually, we're going grocery shopping today. We're nearly out of stock now. Plus, the weather is great today, so let's go to the park, okay?" My mother-in-law prefers to stay at home, so she doesn't try to get out of the house for some fresh air. That is why it is very difficult to even just take the first step outside. I might be able to leave my mother-in-law at home by herself while I go out grocery shopping, but I'm very worried that something might happen to her if I leave her alone by herself. That's right, as you probably already realized, my husband is uncooperative with taking care of his mother. Before we started living together with his mother, he said that he would look after his mother on the weekends. But ever since we started living together with her, my husband has never been at home on weekends. On the contrary, he rarely speaks to his mother. Despite that, my mother-in-law keeps calling her son's name every morning. And what's worse is she blames me for not being able to see her son's face, so I can't stand it anymore. One Friday night, tomorrow is my husband's day off. I was hoping that he would finally spend time with his mother this weekend. Because I already told him that I will be going out with friends this weekend. So I asked him to take care of his mother during that time. My husband accepted my request, so I felt relieved. Or so I thought. When my husband arrived home, he headed straight to the bedroom without eating dinner. I thought that he was trying to stay sharp for the weekend, so I was stunned when I peeked into the bedroom. To my utter surprise, my husband took the suitcase and he was packing his clothes into it. What are you doing?
Can't you tell by watching? I'm preparing for a trip.
What? A trip? When are you going? Don't tell me it's tomorrow. I beg you, please don't say it's tomorrow.
Of course not.
Oh, I feel relieved.
I'm going today. I'm riding the midnight train tonight.
What? Wait a second. I thought you said that you would be at home this weekend. Didn't I mention to you that I have plans this weekend? I thought that I would finally be free from taking care of my mother-in-law this weekend.
What plans? Your work is to do the chores at home and take care of my mother. Don't push your work to me.
What did you say? You said that you will cooperate with nursing your mother. That's why I agreed to quit my job and move here with you and your mom. You promised that you would take care of her on the weekends. You haven't fulfilled that promise yet, not a single weekend. Half a year's worth of anger poured out of me unstoppably.
That's strange. I don't remember promising to do that.
What did he just say? How dare he say that when he begged me to do it?
But don't worry, because I got a call from the facility that was waiting for an opening. They said that one person's moving to a new facility, so it's Mom's turn next.
Huh? A facility? Are you planning to make her stay at a facility? This is the first time I've heard about this.
This way you won't be burdened anymore, right?
But does your mother know about this?
Nope. You tell her once it's confirmed.
What? But there's no way I can do that.
Oops, I need to hurry, or else the midnight train will leave me behind.
My husband was in a very happy mood. He took out a cologne and sprayed it all over him as if he was taking a shower. A cologne? He's not the type to wear cologne. Wait a second. Could it be? Hey, who are you going with? Oh, don't tell me he's cheating on me. He goes out every weekend, goes on spontaneous trips, and he's even wearing cologne now. All these clues are leading me to an affair.
I'm going with a very close friend. What, are you jealous? Come on, Paige, we're not teenagers anymore.
What? I'm not brewing with jealousy. It's a fuse of anger towards you. Secret plans of sending his mother to a facility, and those actions lead to me thinking that he's cheating on me. This man is unbelievable.
Well, with your current condition, you can't complain if you get cheated on.
What the hell does he mean?
You look extremely exhausted because of nursing my mother. Look at yourself in the mirror. You're abandoning your femininity.
What did he just say?
Anyway, I'll go on a trip now and have fun with my close friend.
After saying those words, my husband skipped out the door. I was utterly shocked that I didn't have the energy to run after him. Oh, he better brace himself. Since it's come down to this, I can't pretend like I don't know anything. But what should I do? My husband left last night, so I had no choice but to help my mother-in-law eat dinner. I don't need to tell her about the facility yet, right? More importantly, I need to look for pieces of evidence regarding this affair. Ugh, there is too much to think about. Where is Takashi? It seems like he's on a trip with his friend. With his very close friend. Now, how about we eat dinner now? So, you're planning to put me into a facility? What? Oh no, this is not good. I guess she heard us. I heard about it for the first time today. But if you don't want to stay there, that's fine. I meant what I said. Nursing her might be a lot of work, but I understand how it feels to be away from the house that you're used to living in, though. If I continue to stay here, I'll only be a burden to you, so I'll stay at the facility. But it's your life, mother-in-law, so if you don't like to go there, please tell me. I'm sure Takashi is thinking about what's best for you, too. I will respect your opinion, too, so... You say that, but the reason why you agreed to live with me is for the inheritance, right? But I won't give you a penny. What? I was so shocked by the words that came out of my mother-in-law's lips. I lost the words to argue back, and instead tears started rolling down my cheeks. Because I'm trying my best every day, but all I get is my husband cheating on me, and my mother-in-law despises me. Paige? Seeing the tears flowing down my cheeks, my mother-in-law was in a panic and she started calming me down. "You're the one who made me cry." That's what I thought deep inside, but I was surprised by what she said, so my tears receded. "I don't plan on being taken care of by you anymore, so I will stay at the facility. In return, please grant my request." Huh? A request? That's right. Actually... Oh, wow. That's a great plan. Of course I will. Of course, cooperate. I'll tell you later about what my mother-in-law's request was. I finally decided to divorce my husband. I also embarked on a background investigation. 1 month later, my mother-in-law is moving into a residential facility as planned. Today is the day she moves into her new abode. Not surprisingly, my husband has plans with his close friend. So I asked our eldest son, who lives far from us, to help me assist my mother-in-law at the residential facility. After everything was finished, I came home to a husband who was lounging on the sofa. Oh, seems like he didn't go see his close friend today.
My mother's finally out of the house. I've always been waiting for this moment. I don't see you as a woman anymore, Paige. Let's get a divorce.
The moment I arrived home, my husband shoved the divorce papers at me. Well, I knew that this was going to happen. But just for fun, I'll try to overreact to his supposed to be shocking news. What? A divorce? I'm so shocked! My life spent serving you. It was all a waste. I can't believe you have another woman. Maybe that was a bit too much.
Huh? Of course I don't have another woman. There's no use trying to rob me of alimony. I will never do anything that will expose my love affair.
That's like admitting to cheating on me. But I just ignored that statement for now.
With this, I will now be free from my mother, as well as from my wife, who's more masculine than feminine now. I'll play as much as I want with my mother's inheritance. My time has finally come.
Huh? What is he elated about?
With that said, you and I will get a divorce. This is my house, so you'll have to leave this place and look for a shabby place or something within a week. All right, I'll start my new life in this house.
Oh my, ignorance is bliss. With my husband's false excitement implanted in his brain, I probably should start showing him the reality. Of course I will agree to the divorce. I will happily do it. Then I grabbed the divorce papers from his hand.
Huh?
Now, take a look at this. I then took out my phone from my pocket. Takashi is far-sighted, so he squinted his eyes at the screen. After a while, it finally came into focus. He probably saw what was on the screen because he was astonished and screamed.
Mother?
That's right, my mother-in-law was on the screen. It's on video call, so they can see what's happening over here, too. I knew that this would happen, so I asked my son to have a video call with me. Also, my mother-in-law said that she wants to hear what Takashi really thinks of her. Takashi, it's been a while since I last saw you and we last talked. We were living together, but it's been months since I last saw your face. What a pity.
Well, hi, Mom. I wanted to be with you more, too. But I'm very busy with work and you're a strong woman, so I thought that you didn't want to be seen in a state of weakness. That's why I didn't go near you. I did it for you, Mom.
My gosh, what a lame excuse. Stop making lame excuses. How shameful. She scolded him. I heard everything, including when you said that I'm in your way. You're finally free from me? How dare you say that? I erased your name from my last will.
What? You erased my name? What do you mean? But I'm your only child. If I don't receive your inheritance, who will? Wait a sec. Could it be that you're giving it to Paige? Don't you dare say that you'll give all your inheritance to Paige!
There's no way she'll do that. I will never give you a single penny from my inheritance. I wrote on my will and testament that I will give all of it to a child care institution. Paige introduced me to a lawyer. So even if I pass away, you won't receive a single penny from me. That's right. The request that she asked me that day was to cooperate with her to make her son not inherit anything from her.
But, Paige, you should have told me about it if you knew. If I don't receive alimony, you won't be getting anything either.
Oh? Why is that? I don't think it's relevant since we're having a divorce.
Gah! So you knew that I was going to ask for a divorce?
Well, yeah, even if you didn't ask for a divorce, for instance, I was planning on getting a divorce anyway.
What? But you're just a housewife. How will you survive after a divorce?
I can take care of myself. After all, my previous company asked me to work there again. So I will be working there again starting next month.
What did you say?
Paige is probably in great demand. Oh, mother-in-law, I'm flattered.
What? Hey, wait a second. I thought the two of you were mortal enemies. You always hated Paige and kept on calling my name.
I couldn't forgive you for not showing up when I needed you, and you always made Paige do all the work in helping me.
What?
Paige prioritized me day and night. She also did all the chores on top of that. That's why I thought that I didn't want to bother Paige. I thought that you would at least see me in the morning, and I thought that you would also see me in the evening. On the weekends, when I thought you'd be at home, I kept on calling your name. But despite all that, Paige is the one who always keeps on rushing to me. I feel so bad for her, and I felt pity for myself. I feel miserable and shameless.
What? I thought that you were just calling my name because you don't like Paige.
Paige is devoted. Why should I hate her? I was calling my shameless and pitiable son so I could scold him. I wanted to tell you that you shouldn't make your wife do all the nursing.
What?
I was surprised when you asked to live together with me, but I realized right away that you had your eyes on the inheritance. You used Paige like a maid, and you thought of divorcing her after I'm gone. When it was decided that I would be staying at a facility, I promised myself that I would not leave you any money, not a single penny.
But...
That day when my mother-in-law said that I was after the inheritance, she was actually talking about my husband. Also, that house belongs to me. I will be renting that out starting next week, so you better pack all your stuff and leave within a week.
What? Are you seriously kicking me out? But I'm your son! I already told my girlfriend that I own a house! I was planning to remarry and live here!
Wait a second, what did he just say?
I was so excited when she heard that I own a house with a huge lawn. If you kick me out of here, I'll look like a liar! I will never leave this house!
Like a spoiled brat, he is trying very hard to appeal in front of the screen. If you won't leave that house, I guess I have no choice but to sue you for trespassing.
But are you seriously suing your child?
You're happy to be finally free from me, right? I hope you're happy with AI.
What? How did you know about I?
You said it yourself, fool. My mother-in-law hung up the phone. Well, well, well. What are we going to start with? In the meantime, who is AI?
What? I have no idea.
You mentioned that you will live together with her in this house. You wear heavy cologne to go on trips, and you go out every weekend. You won't do anything that will expose your affair. You're acting stupid. You're screwing up big time.
But if you and Mom didn't cooperate and rewrite the will and testament, my affair would have not been exposed. It's the irregular happenings' fault.
What are you saying? I already knew about your affair a long time ago.
What?
Think about it properly. Why do you think I was able to introduce a lawyer to your mother? That's because I hired a lawyer to deal with alimony and stuff that comes with the divorce. One would normally notice it.
What? So does that mean...
Alimony and moving expenses. It will cost a lot, don't you think? You should probably look for a new house immediately so that you can start your new remarried life.
But you'll also have no house to live in!
Oh, don't you worry about that. I already signed a lease. I found a very cheap place where I only have to pay $50 for rent per month.
Whoa, you're really moving into a shabby apartment? It's really lax for women who throw away their femininity because they don't need to choose where they live.
Thank you. But it's a place built 30 years ago and it's been renovated. It has 4 bedrooms and a separate living room and dining room and kitchen. It also comes with a huge lawn and a garage. At that price, isn't it a steal?
Huh? But isn't that...
It looks like he finally realized.
Don't tell me you're talking about this house!
You are correct. Your mother made me rent this place for a special price. That's right. My mother-in-law specially rented this house to me.
Great job, Paige. Thanks to you, I won't have to live on the streets.
It looks like he's misunderstanding. Oh, but we're getting a divorce, so I'll ask you to leave.
What?
By the way, the landlady, your mother, requested that this place be exclusive for women. That is why, whether we get divorced or not, you won't be able to live here.
What? You've got to be kidding me! So, what am I going to do now?
What are you going to do? Well, that's a given. You better look for a house within a week and get out of here. Oh, I will be finally free from my cheating husband who has not an ounce of compassion.
But, Paige!
After that, my mother-in-law apparently contacted him, and the lawyer who we consulted came to the house. Thanks to the help of the lawyer, the divorce process went without a hitch, and Takashi left the house after a week. I heard that he asked for help from our son, but no one is willing to help someone who cheated on his wife and left the house. As for his adulterous partner, since they can't live in the house and they have to pay alimony, she completely lost affection for him and they ended up breaking up. He not only has to pay for alimony and expenses, but it seems like he was paying a lot for his adulterous partner, so he is also knee-deep in debt. Apparently, he lives in a shabby apartment and he's struggling to pay back his debt. As for me, I live in a huge house all by myself and I live a peaceful life. I have people visiting me today.
We're here! We brought your favorite pudding, Mom!
These handsome guys are my sons. They came to visit me today. Thank you, come in. The moment we arrived at the living room, both my sons instantly lit up. It's great to see you two. How long has it been? That is because they saw their grandmother, who's in a wheelchair. Actually, she is able to visit from time to time, and we get to spend some time together like this.
Grandma, you're allowed to eat pudding, right?
Yes, I love pudding. Oh, thank you. Really? Same with me. I've never met anyone who hates pudding. Eating pudding with everyone tastes even better. You're right. Now let's eat together. She might not be my mother-in-law anymore, but she is still my son's precious grandmother. As pudding lovers, I hope that we stay close.
My name is Paige, age 32. I just got married and I'm a housewife. I had no interest in men, but when I was past the age of 30, my parents started to panic saying they had to find a good partner for me, and they selfishly tried to arrange a marriage, and I ended up getting married. I didn't want to get married. I wanted to live my life alone forever. I still hope so every day from the bottom of my heart, even after I got married. But reflecting back, I think I was the type to chase my love when I was younger. Until then, I was in high school, maybe? I'll never fall in love again. I'll never get a boyfriend again. I will never get married even when I grow up. Hey, Paige, what's going on? You suddenly said you won't get married. Can you explain to me, please? Okay. Sean, who asked me to be his girlfriend yesterday, dumped me already. Huh? Already? He said the only reason why he wanted me as his girlfriend was because I was from a rich family, and he thought I'd buy him anything and pay for him. But he said I was more reluctant to spend on him than he thought, so he said it was no fun to be around me. What the hell? He's a horrible guy. Does that mean he was dating you for money? I can never forgive something like that. Yeah, but this is always the reason why they end up dumping me. Even when I dated people who didn't seem to be after my money, they would change so quickly as soon as they got to know about my family. Well, it's true that you're from a super rich family that everyone knows about. But that's another problem, right? Yeah. Taylor, Andrew, Keith, Seth, and James, Ryan, Yosef, and Tom. I can't even keep track. All of them approached me for my money. I had enough. Who do they think I am? I see. You must have been having a hard time. Yeah, everyone treats me kindly and flirts with me for my money. So as soon as we start dating, they ask me to give them money or pay for them. And when I clearly refuse, they dump me so quickly. That's why I usually break up with them in just a few days. I didn't know. They would say mean things and even insult me sometimes, just because I didn't pay for them. It's awful. I hate it. I bet all men are like this. I can't trust them anymore. So I'll never find myself a boyfriend. And I decided not to get married in my lifetime. I don't want to feel hurt because of love. Yes, my family is super rich and everyone knows about us. Everyone would recognize the Panicore family. I bet the whole country knows about us. Some approach my parents in hopes to get close with me, the only daughter of the family. And some would approach me pretending to be a kind gentleman. Until I was in high school, I never thought that the men who approached me with love had a hidden personality. But I'm not stupid to be deceived like this forever. But the more I think I won't be deceived this time, I would mess up more. And as I grew up, I started hating men. And I simply no longer can trust men anymore. My parents saw me being like this and...
Paige, you're turning 32, but you don't have a boyfriend. I hope to see my grandchild soon, you know.
I know how you feel, Mom, but I can't trust men anymore because they all approach me for our money.
Well, I don't think all of them are like that. You're overthinking. It's your bad habit.
No, I don't think so. I always get tricked.
Actually, understanding your struggles, I found you a partner. His name is Trevor. He's the same age as you. I bet you'll get along with Trevor.
Huh? What are you saying, Dad? Were you listening to my conversation with Mom? All the men who approach me are after our money.
Nope. There's no way Trevor thinks like that. You can trust me with this. Try meeting him once. Then you can decide.
Gosh, he's so selfish. Like that, he basically forced me to have an arranged marriage, and we met each other with our parents by our side. My parents loved Trevor as soon as they saw him. But to be honest, in my eyes, he was just a lousy guy. But he did look serious, kind, and his smile was gentle. That was my impression of him. Even so, I knew very well that first impressions could be ruined in no time from my past experience, because all the guys I've dated were like that. But the preparations for our marriage went surprisingly smooth and quick. In my mind, I thought, I bet he's also after my money. My parents should realize how he's really like after being married to him for a few years. I don't believe in love. I'll never believe in love. That was what I thought. During the grand wedding ceremony that was held for us, I never flashed a smile and looked glum. Next to me, Trevor was smiling happily, and he showed off his manners by bowing to each and every guest who visited our wedding. But I still thought our marriage won't last long, and that he'll soon go crazy after seeing the money my family had. But even after marriage, Trevor's kind personality never changed, and he always prioritized me and my parents.
Paige, thanks for making me a lunchbox every day. I can work hard every day because you make me a lunchbox.
Oh, really? But it's no big deal. It's not like I'm cooking something so grand.
No, that's not true. Your egg rolls are the best in the world. That's what I think whenever I eat it. Oh, by the way, I think I'll come home late today.
Huh? Okay, I see.
Your father's been working until late recently, and he looks very tired, so I'm planning to do what I can on his behalf to help him. He has to take a break sometimes.
Huh? Oh, okay. I get it. Thanks.
Paige, you also don't have to do housework and cook perfectly every day. Don't forget to take a break sometimes, like going out to eat with your friends.
Okay. Thanks.
And Mother's Day is coming up, so I want to take your parents on a trip to a hot spring. I'm thinking about their surprise gift as well.
Huh? Okay. Thanks. Thanks so much.
Then I'm off to work now. See you later.
Good luck. Like that, he went to work holding my lunchbox preciously with a smile. Then I suddenly realized that I was having a stress-free life with a calm mood even after my marriage. Huh? This is not what I expected. Compared to what I thought men were like, I realized that Trevor was definitely different. That night, because Trevor told me that he would come home late, I decided to go out for dinner with Lily after a long time. Hey, Paige! How's your marriage life? Going well? You never smiled at the wedding. I got worried. Oh, yeah, you're right. It might have been apparent that they forcefully arranged my marriage, but something's definitely wrong. Wrong? What do you mean? I don't know, but I'm feeling weird. I personally thought that you and Trevor were a great match. Huh? Really? Yep, I bet every guest at your wedding thought so. Huh? What do you mean? It doesn't make sense. Paige, you really can't judge if a man's good or not, huh? So, how do you feel weird? Nah, I don't know how to say this, but he hasn't changed at all since we got married. He takes great care of me and my parents, and he always thanks me. He even tells me to go easy on housework and cooking sometimes. And he really doesn't want anything, so whenever I ask him if there's something he wants, he would suggest to save the money for our future when we age. Gosh, Paige, are you bragging about your marriage? Huh? Bragging? I never meant to do that. No, I'm glad, really. You finally found that one you could trust from the bottom of your heart. Trust from the bottom of my heart? Yes, I'm so glad. I'm relieved as your bestie. When I realized, I was naturally starting to open up to Trevor, and I was showing my gratitude for him. That went the same for Trevor. For the lunchbox I prepared for him every day, and even when I was ironing his shirt, he would smile and say thanks. Is this what people call true love? I was slowly starting to think this way. Time flew past, and it's been 10 years since our marriage. Yes, during these 10 years, I learned how to trust people and experienced real happiness. I went through a lot of bad things, and there was a time when I couldn't trust men. But meeting Trevor became a turning point in my life. Trevor opened the doors I shut tightly in my heart, and he pulled my hand, leading me towards happiness. Trevor slowly melted my frozen heart, and he waited patiently, calmly staying by my side while my emotions started to melt, with this soft smile that never changes. And today, we had our day off after a long time, so we went to visit the park together.
Paige, the lunchbox you prepared for me, it's great to eat in the park sometimes.
Right? I made a special lunchbox for this picnic. Oh, but make sure you wipe your hands with a wet tissue before eating.
Mom, don't just sit there. Let's play together. Dad too. Let's eat the lunchbox together after playing.
Come on, Trevor. The kids are even scolding us.
I'm such a bad father, huh? Okay, Pam, Prim, we're playing together.
Yay!
Yes, you're right. Trevor and I had twin babies named Pam and Prim. Even after I gave birth to our babies, it was clear that Trevor cared for me and our family most, and that didn't change. Most importantly, my mom, who always dreamed to see her grandchild, cried out of happiness because I gave birth to 2 babies at once. After playing as much as we wanted at the park, we went to visit my parents' house.
Welcome, everyone. Come in. Pam, Prim, hello there. We were waiting for you with some delicious cake. Come on, go wash your hands.
Yay, cake! There's so many strawberries on top. Woohoo! Prim wants it too! I want to eat many strawberry cakes.
Oh, you're here. Welcome, everyone. It's very lively when you're here as always.
The 4 of us went to the park before this. It's been long since we did that. Pam and Prim are so energetic, but we're exhausted just from playing catchball.
You're right. To be honest, I never thought it would be so tiring to play with kids. It makes me respect you more, Paige. Thanks so much.
Oh, come on. You're making me blush when you say these things so suddenly. Trevor is a serious guy, but he suddenly faced me and thanked me in the face. So, honestly, I was a bit taken aback. Then my parents said in an even happier expression.
We're the ones who have to thank you, Trevor. Thank you so much for loving Paige for a long time.
Let me thank you two from the bottom of my heart. I was even able to meet my cute grandchildren. Thank you so much, Trevor.
Hey, Mom, Dad, stop it. You're making me blush. But turns out, I was wrong. As I told you back then, Trevor was really a great match for you, Paige. Please stop.
Hey, Dad, Trevor's face is so red. But now that you're blushing already, I'll add on to that. I'm really happy that I got to marry you, Trevor. It's like I finally found out what true love is.
Right? That's why I said that back then. I'll make Paige and my kids happy for the rest of my life. I promise to God.
After that, I found out about it when my parents told me, but turns out that Trevor was abandoned by his real parents when he was little and grew up in an orphanage. Trevor was very hardworking since then, and he was adopted by a rich family. But he didn't feel comfortable in an environment where everyone bought him everything he wanted, and where he got whatever he wanted. At the end, he was given up for adoption again, and after that, he basically lived his life alone. My dad came across him as one of his clients, heard about his life, and his instincts told him that he finally might be able to have a happy life with Paige. Well, all ended well. Hey, Trevor, I'm sorry. I heard for the first time about your past by my parents. I didn't know anything, and I was worried I might have hurt your feelings without knowing. I'm really sorry.
Don't be. You don't have to worry about my past. I heard that you've been through a lot too. It's natural that you felt scared of men.
Yeah.
I've experienced a lot of hardships in the past, but now I'm having the happiest life in the world every day. It's all thanks to you, Paige. I think I'm the happiest guy alive, being surrounded by my lovely family and daughters.
Trevor, thanks.
I'll continue to prioritize and take good care of you and your family for the rest of my life. So let's live a happy life together.
Yeah, of course. I'll try to support you even more from now on. So let's stay close forever, even when we become a grandma and grandpa. I'm Paige, a 23-year-old who works as an office worker. It's been 5 years since I started dating Miles in university. We promised to move in together after graduating university, but it never happened. Although we're fully grown-ups now, we still text each other nearly every day and go on dates on the weekends, spending a lovey-dovey time together. The other day...
Paige, I'm sorry. We still haven't been able to move in together. I've been planning many things, but...
Don't worry. You told me that you'll have a job transfer every year in the first few years at your company.
Well, yeah, but once they tell me about my next job transfer, I was planning to rent an apartment that's near to both of our workplaces, so we can move in together.
Yep, good idea. I'm willing to prioritize your needs. We had this kind of conversation. Miles works as a bank employee, but he gets job transfers to different branches often. The bank isn't a nationwide, so it's never like a long-distance relationship. But whenever I hear about his job transfers, I always get worried about how hard it might be for him. So the only thing I can do is to prioritize his needs.
Maybe you won't be able to trust me even if I say this now, but I really want to marry you in the future.
Huh? Marry me?
Yes. My feelings for you would never change. Huh? Wait. Have you never thought about us getting married? Then maybe I was taking things too fast.
No, it's not like that. I was just surprised. We've been dating for 5 years, so I hope so too. I hope we could get married soon someday.
Then that's decided.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now I'm feeling more motivated than ever. I'll do my best at work tomorrow.
That day, even after I came home from our date, I couldn't stop smiling remembering our conversation about our marriage. I was surprised because I never expected him to say that. But I could take that as a proposal, right? My future is so bright. It was so much fun imagining about my life after marriage. My upbeat mood even affected my work performance the next day, and I kept on making small mistakes. Gosh, I'm feeling super high. I shouldn't lose my concentration just because of the conversation we had about our marriage. I told that to myself and tried to calm down. That day, I actually had plans to meet my besties from university, Nene and Sally. Hey, Paige, you're still dating the same guy, right? It's pretty long, huh? I remember you dating him since you were a freshman. Yep, you're right. Miles works for a bank now, and he has so many job transfers, so we still haven't been able to move in together, though. But recently, we even discussed about our marriage. Wow, that's great. You've been dating him since you were a freshman, so it's already been 5 years? Then you'll definitely have to marry him. I'm really glad for you. Miles is super handsome and tall. I remember many girls from the same club going after him. Huh? Really? I had no idea. Such a handsome guy like Miles is in love with you for 5 years. I'm so jealous of you. Right, Nene, you're an endless loop of being dumped and finding a new boyfriend. You're pretty, but you have bad taste in guys. Yeah, you always get deceived by bad boys. Wait, stop. I'm also a grown-up now, so I've learned my lesson. The three of us are besties who went to the same faculty and club at university. Even after we got a job, we would tell each other what's going on in our lives, talk about our love interest, and basically hang out just like we used to back then. By the way, Paige, are you not feeling well? Huh? You're not eating much today, and I think you look more pale than usual. I thought so too. I was thinking that you might be tired from work. Are you okay? Are you sleeping and eating enough? Oh yeah, I didn't give it much thought, but I'm perfectly fine. Look, I'm super energetic as you can see. Really? I'm relieved. Our fun girls' night ended like that. But actually, just like how Sally and Nini told me, my body has been feeling heavy, and I would zone out often. I felt like something was wrong too, and I was a bit worried, so I decided to leave work early the next day and visit the doctor. Then...
Congratulations! You're 3 months pregnant!
Huh? Pregnant? I was so surprised that I wasn't even able to process half of the things the doctor was telling me. It's true that I've been dating him for 5 years, and it's no wonder even if I got pregnant, but this was definitely unexpected. My period always came irregularly, so I never realized, but it seemed like we were getting married soon, so I thought Miles would be overjoyed to hear about the news. So on our next date, I decided to muster up my courage and tell Miles. That day, we were dining at the restaurant we used to visit often.
I'm sorry we haven't been able to meet up due to my busy working schedule. Are you doing fine?
Yep. I went out for lunch with Nini and Sally the other day for our monthly gathering.
I see. How were they? Doing good as usual? I'm too busy to hang out with my friends from university, so I'm jealous about your friendship.
I know, you're busy with your job transfers. You'll be fine. Nini and Sally were doing great. They were interested to know if I was still in a relationship with you.
I see.
Yep. So when I told them that we even started to discuss about our marriage, they looked so jealous.
Marriage, huh? Yeah, we did talk about it.
Huh? Miles seems to be acting weird today. When I try to talk about our marriage, he would put a weird smile on his face and tries to talk about something else. I wonder what's wrong. Oh, but I have to tell him something important today. I should tell him quickly. By the way, I have something important to tell you, Miles.
Important? What is it? I'm sorry, but if you want to talk about marriage, can we do it next time? I'm a bit tired today.
No, it's not about our marriage. Actually, I haven't been feeling well for a while, so when I went to the doctor, they told me that I was pregnant. I'm 3 months in.
Huh?
At the moment he heard about my pregnancy, he looked surprised. And at the same time, he furrowed his eyebrows and looked like he didn't know what to do. I expected him to be overjoyed with the news, so I was feeling mixed feelings about his reaction. But after that, something unexpected came from his mouth.
I don't think I can handle your pregnancy. I can't take care of the baby.
Huh? What do you mean?
Because I did bring up about our marriage briefly, but I honestly was never serious about it. And I never thought you'd take our casual conversation so seriously. You know, it's common for couples to get disengaged.
Wait a minute. What's going on all of a sudden? Aren't you acting a bit weird today? I'm telling you something so important right now. I can't deal with it if you start saying things like this all of a sudden. After he gave me an illogical response, I replied with a stronger accent than usual. Then surprisingly, Miles got mad at me.
So annoying! That's why I hate you! Besides, I have someone else I'm serious with.
Huh?
So I won't marry you. I never wanted to marry you in the first place!
Wait, what do you mean by you're not going to marry me? How come you have someone else you're serious with? We've been dating each other for 5 years since we were in university, but does that mean you've been cheating on me all this time?
Huh? Why are you so mad?
Because it doesn't make sense.
You say I'm cheating, but it's actually you who I cheated on with. As I told you just now, I have another girlfriend I'm serious with, so I can't be the father of the baby, and I won't accept him as my child. I'm gonna get going then.
What? Wait a minute.
I'm not related to this anymore. It's none of my business.
Wait. He's horrible. He continued to insult me continuously, and at the end, he even started to act suspicious and ask me such a horrible question if the baby's father was really him, and if I could prove that. I was too mad, surprised, and shocked to say anything to him. Then Miles slammed a $20 bill on the table and left with a single word of goodbye. What the hell? How can things end so easily? He left his girlfriend who he's been dating for 5 years, and I'm the one who he cheated on with? Does that mean he's been having multiple girlfriends for the past few years? Blood in my veins were slowly starting to boil, and my anger was about to erupt. I can't forgive him! Since that day, I spent a few days feeling frustrated, trying to decide how to get revenge on that bastard. Of course, I thought about the baby too. Then a few days later, I have no idea what's going on in his head, but he gave me a call.
So, have you decided what to do?
What?
I gave it some thought, too. You'll definitely have to get an abortion, but I can at least pay for that. How much will be enough? Oh, but don't ask me for a lot.
That's what he said. This guy, he's absolutely crazy. I said to him clearly, Huh? What are you saying? Are you serious? You must be crazy in the head.
What? I kindly offered you my help.
I don't need you to bother me anymore. Who would want a bastard like you to pay money, even a penny, for their precious child? I'll take care of the baby alone, and you don't have to accept the baby as your child.
You...
Ugh, what a relief.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm relieved that I didn't marry you without finding out how you really were. I would happily dump a bastard like you.
What the hell?
I'll be a single mother. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you something important.
Huh?
I'll definitely get revenge on you one day, so you better be prepared. Like that, I hung up. I had already made my decision to be a single mother for the baby, so I had no second thoughts. I'll definitely make my baby have a happy life. I'll make the baby the happiest in the world. With those thoughts, I was able to safely give birth to a baby boy with the help of others. A year passed, and things weren't always easy. My son is growing up day by day, and it's chaotic, but I'm happy. Both me and my son, called Son, are busy every day. Son, good morning. You look happy as always. I'm really glad that I gave birth to you. We'll be busy again today, but let's go outside together. Son looked at my face and smiled. I was really crazy about him. One morning in my daily life, things were hectic, and when I realized that I should get along, an unknown number was calling me. Who is it? At such a busy time in the morning. When I answered the call thinking like that.
Hello? It's me. Remember me? Do you know who I am?
Huh? Me? I don't know, sorry. Is this a fraud or something? Actually, I realized in an instant who he was hearing his annoying voice, because it was the voice I didn't want to hear the most in this world. Can you not give me a fraud call at such a busy hour? I'm busy, so goodbye.
Wait, Paige! It's me, Miles!
Huh? Miles?
Yeah, it's me, Miles!
Who?
You're so mean. You forgot your fiancé?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to make you surprised. I heard a rumor that our child is now very famous as a baby model.
Oh, I see. I was wondering why he called me all of a sudden, but I guess I now know. Well, yeah. I had some lucky connections and he was offered a job, and he smoothly reached stardom like that. So luckily, we're having a busy life. So, is that all? I've had enough of your despicable voice, so I'm hanging up.
Hey, don't be so mean. We used to love each other, and he's our baby in the end.
Huh? What is he saying? He really can't be helped, huh? But it was really close. I'm glad I got out in time. I was close to leaving my fate with him. That's what I thought, so I repeated with a clear voice. I'm so glad I didn't marry an illogical liar who doesn't have common sense like you back then. I'm so glad.
Wait, but the baby who appears on TV nearly every day, he's our baby, right?
What point are you trying to make?
Then that means I also have the right to get some of the money he makes, right? Because I'm the baby's father. My point should make sense.
Here comes this point about money. I knew he was gonna say this. Hey, do you not remember what you did to me?
That happened a long time ago. I've given a lot of thought, and now I think you're the only one I have.
Huh? Disgusting. You're giving me goosebumps, so stop saying things like that. What are you thinking saying these things now?
I bet it's hard for you to do everything alone, so I'll help you take care of the baby.
I'm already remarried, and I'm having a happy life as a family of 3.
Huh? What? No way!
Yes, I actually got remarried to a handsome, accepting man who also had high social status as a lawyer. I'm telling you, but my husband is a talented lawyer. Once things calm down, I'll definitely ask for a lot of compensation from you. Then, Now that Miles realized that I had the upper hand, he started to panic.
Oh, okay, I get it. I'm sorry. I'll never contact you again, so please forgive me, Paige. All right, okay? Live a happy life. See ya. Goodbye. I'm really sorry.
Stupid. There's no way I'm letting this go. After that, I obviously told my husband about this and got complete revenge on him. My current husband loves me a lot, and he adores Son as if he's his real son. So he's really motivated to get complete revenge without going easy on him. Like that, we got a decent amount of compensation money from him and sent him into a debt hellhole. Oh, by the way, the girlfriend he was talking about who he was serious with also had been cheating on Miles with someone else she was serious with. And I heard it was a nightmare after that. Miles had nowhere to escape to, and it seems like he ended up working a job the underground lenders introduced him to. So I guess everything ended well. Today, Son has a modeling job, so I'm here at the studio. Good morning. Please take good care of him today. Paige, you're late. You can't come late to work. Come on, quick, come this way. Oops, sorry, I had a lot to deal with this morning. I need you to get Son changed very quick, Sally. Okay. Thanks so much. Actually, my bestie Nini works at a modeling agency, and Sally was a fashion designer. They work at different companies, but they are having a collaboration. They were looking for a baby model to sell new goods for infants, but they couldn't find the right baby who fits their image. Once they saw Son, everyone in the project agreed that he should be the baby to advertise their products. Now we're very busy, invited to these modeling jobs every day, but I'm really happy. Nini, Sally, thanks so much for everything. I had to go through a lot, but thanks to you both, I'm really happy now. Right. You never know what waits for you in the future. Now you live happily with your handsome husband, Paige. Yeah, and you even have such an adorable son. Okay, everything's ready. Let's start the photo shoot. Okay, Son is feeling good today, so he's very ready for the photo shoot. I'm Paige, age 28. I'm a housewife who lives in a rented apartment with my husband, Yal. We've been married for a year. He doesn't make a lot of money, to be honest, but he's usually kind, and he would help with the housework sometimes. So I thought we'd be a nice couple and decided to marry him.
All right, I'm off to work.
See you. I think I'll come home late today, so can you cook rice for me? The rest of the meal is ready in the fridge.
Okay, got it.
Like this, I would ask him to help me with easy housework, and I spend my life going to work and back home. I think my work is going well, and every day was somewhat fulfilling. But honestly, there was a thing I didn't like about Neil. One Friday night. Huh? Are we visiting your parents again tomorrow?
Yeah, my cousin's visiting their house with her husband and child.
So my relatives decided to gather, and I thought I might be there as well. Neil loves to go to his relatives' gatherings. On his weekends, he would go out for a meal or go drinking with his relatives at least 3 times a month. Neil was the youngest among his relatives, so everyone spoiled him, and I guess that made him feel good. He would always drink alcohol at these gatherings, so he wants me to be his driver. Hey, I think you're attending the gatherings too often.
Huh?
You told me to drive you there the week after the next for your mother's birthday party, where all your relatives would gather, right? Of course I'd love to spend time with your relatives too. Everyone's nice. But if we're going to visit them many times a month, I have a full-time job too, so I feel tired. Can you at least visit them less or use a train and bus?
Huh? My parents live in the countryside, so there won't be buses late in the night.
Yes, his parents live in the mountains, and I had to drive alongside the cliff on rocky roads. It's so scary to drive on those roads in the night.
And I've already told them that I'll visit tomorrow.
Then I guess you can go this time. But can you promise me that you'll visit them less?
Okay, got it.
So the next day, we headed to his parents' house.
Welcome, Paige. Niall.
My mother-in-law greeted us with her usual kind smile. The kindest person among his relatives was her, his mother. Niall told me that he never saw her get angry. At his parents' house, all the relatives had already gathered. His mother was cooking and getting ready to serve all the guests with his brother Taylor in the kitchen. But all the male guests were already drunk, and the female guests were looking after their little kids. Niall went to join the guys, so I went to the kitchen. Hello, Taylor.
Paige! Hi there!
Is there anything I can do to help?
No. Paige, you can take a seat.
Yes, you're our guest today, Paige.
No, let me help.
Are you sure? Thank you for offering us help all the time. You're a big help.
I was cooking, serving food, and washing the dishes with my mother-in-law and Taylor. Within 2 hours, Niall was already completely drunk.
Hey, Paige! There's no beer left in the bottle. Get me a new one!
I was washing the dishes then. After washing some of the dishes the guest used, I brought him a new bottle of beer, as Niall told me.
Yeah, I do most of the housework. Paige is really useless, you know. She's a wife who does nothing. She gets to be lazy.
Huh?
Oh, see? I told her to get me a new bottle, but it took her so long. She's such a useless wife. I even cooked for her the other day.
Yep. Niall becomes like this when he gets drunk. He sometimes gets overconfident when he's drunk, and he's even surrounded by his kind relatives who spoil him. It's like he's appealing. Do you see that? I'm a good boy. Praise me more. And he would look down on me. The relatives there must have been feeling awkward, and they seemed like they didn't know how to react. But I was probably the one who felt the most awkward. First of all, he said that he cooks for me, but I'm the one who usually cooks for him. If he words it like that, it would sound like I'm slacking off housework. Then at that moment,
Everyone, edamame is ready. Niall, I heard what you said. You're being rude towards Paige. Paige, I'm so sorry. Gosh, you have no idea how hard Paige has been working. Come on, Niall. Apologize to Paige, okay?
I bet she acted considerate so that we wouldn't get into a fight later. But Niall replied,
Huh? What? By the way, Mom, I don't need edamame. I'm too full already. Gosh, you're the one who has no idea, Mom.
At that moment, I realized something. That's rare. She's angry. Niall seemed unaware of that, though. A few hours later, on our way home, Niall was asleep in the passenger seat in the car snoring. So the next morning, I decided to warn him about his behavior yesterday. Hey, Niall, it's about what happened yesterday, but can you stop saying those things in front of your relatives?
Huh? What kind of things?
You said something like I was useless and stuff. You said you cooked for me all the time. I'm usually the one who cooks for you.
That was just a joke. It's a normal thing between guys, looking down on your wife to lighten up the mood.
Does that mean you're saying those things about me even in other places too?
Come on, it's just a joke, and it brightens the mood.
It might be no big deal for you, but I don't like it. Please stop. It makes me embarrassed. Your mother also looked mad yesterday.
Huh? There's no way Mom got mad.
Just stop saying those things, okay? If you ever repeat the same mistake, I'm gonna get really mad.
Okay. You worry about the smallest things. So hard to deal with you.
Hey,
Okay. I get it. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry, all right?
and the next weekend, the relatives were gathering again for his mother's birthday, so we both visited his parents' house with our car.
Yes, oh welcome, Paige, Niall.
Happy birthday. This is a present from the both of us.
Wow, thank you.
Hey, Mom. You're our guest today. So it's my job to get the door today. You go to the living room and take a break, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Taylor.
It looks like the other relatives weren't here yet. When I went to the living room, my father-in-law was wiping the tables.
Dad, I'm home. It's Mom's birthday today. I bet you have nice sake ready.
Niall dramatically sat down in front of his father. At that moment, I think I heard his mother, who was next to me, sigh. But the next moment,
Paige, you take a seat too.
she smiled widely. But when I glanced at the kitchen, Taylor was cooking alone, and he seemed to be having a hard time. So I decided to go to the kitchen while Niall and his parents were talking happily. Taylor, is there anything I can do?
Huh? It's fine, Paige. You go sit down.
Taylor, the pot's boiling. It's about to overflow. Stop the fire.
Oops!
At the end, I naturally started to help Taylor. While we were cooking, the relatives arrived one after another. And just like last time, the group separated into the male guest who were drinking and the female guest who looked after their children. The main character of today, my mother-in-law, was having fun talking with the male guest. They sometimes came to the kitchen to help, and they offered to wash the dishes and serve the food. Everyone was contributing and helping each other as much as they can, but with one exception. Except for Niall.
Niall, I think you're drinking too much. How about you stop? You said bad things about Paige last time you were drunk. Paige actually helps us a lot.
Huh? Paige should at least help you guys out when she visits the house.
Huh?
She's always lazy at home on the weekends. She only prepares pre-cooked meals, and she doesn't put any effort. Isn't it funny, guys? Right, Paige? It's true, right?
Hey! What the hell is funny? You promised you wouldn't say these things again. At the end, he even said,
Oh yeah, Paige, get me some fries from the hamburger shop. You get the urge to eat them sometimes, you know? Don't forget to ask for ketchup as well. I have to get it, no matter what, whenever I crave it. Go on and get them right away.
That bastard! Then at that moment,
Hey, Niall! You're asking too much from her. You go buy them yourself.
Taylor said to Niall, but it's fine. I was actually planning to go out. Yes, there was a place I wanted to go to. A 10-minute drive to the city office. I'll go get the divorce papers. I no longer love him anymore. And who wants to stay being a married couple with a bastard who don't love anymore and doesn't make much money? But after that, something unexpected and funny was waiting for me. I came back to his parents' house after getting the divorce papers from the city office. When I was about to open the door to the living room, I heard Niall, who was completely drunk, say,
You know what? Paige is so lucky she got to meet me. There's not many guys in this world who can marry her. She's so lazy on the weekends, and I'm probably the only guy on this planet who can endure seeing her feeble face.
That bastard. I'll barge into the living room and slam the divorce papers into his face. He better be ready. At that moment, when I slammed the door to the living room open, what I saw was his mother pulling the cushion he was sitting on with all her strength and taking it away from him. Niall rolled onto the floor.
I tried to stay silent while you were talking. But you can't be serious, huh?
Seeing her change so dramatically, all of the relatives were aghast. I was really shocked too. It seemed like her usual kind, saint-like personality was gone.
You don't seem to understand how hard it is to be a housewife. Being too lazy on the weekends and having a feeble face? Because you don't make enough money. Paige has to work a full-time job. Can't you respect her more, you bastard? You think your life is so easy, huh?
Gosh, it makes me so irritated. I can't stand guys who look down on housewives. You definitely resemble my ex-husband who I slammed the divorce papers into his face. Right, she got married with her husband now. But I heard that she gave birth to Taylor Niall after getting remarried to her current husband. I see. That's why she felt so irritated towards Niall after he had said bad things about me, who was going through a similar situation as herself in the past.
Mom, calm down.
Shut up! What's wrong about pre-cooked meals? If you want to cook to order meals so much, go buy some instant noodles yourself and eat as much as you want. After you finish eating, you better clean up the trash too. Don't just leave it there. Before you make any complaints, try doing everything yourself. Preparing a week of meals altogether is a lot of hard work. If you don't understand that, it means you're not helping with housework enough. Everyone knows that. Paige, being a wife who doesn't do anything? It's Paige who always helps me out whenever she visits. Looking at her skills in the kitchen while she helps me, it's easy to imagine her working hard at home and doing all the housework. Don't you ever feel like you're better than her, okay?
Well, I didn't know people who are usually kind can get this scary. Tears were starting to form in Niall's eyes. I slowly approached the rest of them there.
Oh, Paige, did you see what just happened? Oh, no, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry.
No, I personally felt very refreshed when she bombarded them with logic. So, no, don't apologize. I feel so refreshed. But Niall thinks I'm a useless wife, so I'll leave the apartment where we live in, as well as your house where you've taken great care of me.
Huh?
I slammed the divorce papers into Niall's face as tears formed in his eyes, as if to further push him off the cliff. My love for him is gone now. I don't understand why I have to stay being a married couple with him. I'm very mad at the bastard right there, but I really love the rest of you here, including you, Mom. Thank you so much.
What? Are you really getting a divorce with me just because of that? That's ridiculous!
Huh? Do you think it's such a small matter? Huh?
No, I don't...
You don't seem to understand anything. Come here.
Wait, Mom, please forgive me! Ow, 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 ow!
His mother dragged him out of the living room, pulling him by his ear, and it seemed like they went upstairs, but I ignored them and said my farewells to the relatives. Everyone apologized to me so many times, but I wonder what my mother-in-law is doing to Niall. I can hear stomps and bangs from upstairs, and teary screams from Niall saying, "Paige, help!" After that, I officially got a divorce with Niall. Niall, who doesn't make much money, wanted to move back in with his parents after I got divorced with him because he couldn't pay the rent. But his mother told him, "It's disgusting to think that a guy like you is my son. You better not visit us again," and shoot him off. Now that the relatives also realized how scary she can be, they decided that it was best not to have her as their enemy, and no one wanted to offer their help to Niall. As a result, Niall moved into a cheap apartment with a shared bathroom, and he would go to work during the day and go to his part-time job in the night. But he wasn't getting enough sleep, so he would sleep during the working hours of his full-time job, and he made so many mistakes causing him to get fired. It looks like he's doing his part-time job for the whole day now, but because he still wasn't getting enough sleep, I heard he looks very worn out now. Divorced by his wife, ignored by his relatives, and having to leave his full-time job. And because I also asked for compensation money, he's drowning in debt, so he's really worn out. Serves him right. By the way, in my case, his mother, Taylor, and his relatives came to apologize to me again. Taylor even helped me move out in my new house. And he told me that he would be my help anytime. And actually, Taylor and I are dating right now. You really never know what happens in your life. Turns out my true love was near me, but I guess I took the wrong way around. But I'm very happy now, so all is well. I've been keeping in touch with my mother-in-law and his relatives who I love, and we're very close. The other day, I was relaxing and enjoying some tea with Taylor and his mother.
I never thought you'd be Taylor's new girlfriend. I really adored you so much, so I was sad to think that we might never meet again. But I'm glad we can keep in touch. We really caused you trouble for that incident. I'm very sorry about my stupid son.
You're not at blame at all. Actually, I'm glad I got a divorce, and I'm really happy that I'm dating Taylor right now. Taylor is super reliable and trustworthy.
I'm happy too. It's all thanks to your hard work every day, Paige. I'll continue to support you as much as I can. We have to respect each other when we're dating someone, right?
You're so lovey-dovey. Oh, by the way, let's have Paige try the cookies we baked together yesterday.
Right! You said you'll be visiting today, so I baked pudding-flavored cookies with Mom.
Wow! Pudding-flavored cookies? I've never tried that. Thanks so much. Let me try.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!